Members of the Senate, today we have the honor of welcoming Borek Lizak, the Consul General of the Czech Republic in Chicago. Mr. Lizak graduated from the University of Economics in Prague with degrees in international trade and commercial languages. He later received his PhD in European Studies from the same institution. Before being named Consul General in 2014, Mr. Lizak served as Deputy Consul General of the Czech Republic in Chicago from 2005 to 2008. Throughout his career, he has served in several advisory and leadership roles within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic. So would you please join me in welcoming Borek Lizak to the Illinois Senate.
Thank you very much for this kind welcome. Honorable President Carlton, honorable members of the Illinois Senate, please allow me first to congratulate you on your 200th anniversary of the great state of Illinois. Since we Czechs feel a special bond with Illinois, it is also an important anniversary for us. Illinois may be the most important traditional center, traditional destination of Czech immigrants in the world since the 1850s. Chicago gradually became the second largest Czech city in the world after the Czech capital, Prague. In the 1930s, the city elected Mayor Anton Cermak, who was born in Bohemia, now the Czech Republic. His Czech-American son-in-law, Otto Kerner Jr., became governor of Illinois and a judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals. His father, Otto Kerner Sr., served on the same court and also as Illinois Attorney General. Numerous Czech Americans were members of the Illinois legislature, including Chedebáco Pinka, later state controller and treasurer. Other Illinois Czechs were elected to the U.S. Congress and Senate, just like the Czech-born politician Adolf Sebeth, who became the Dean of the U.S. Congress. His tenure lasted from 1907 to 1952. Czech Americans of Illinois excelled also in other areas, including McDonald's guru Ray Kroc, Chicago Bears founder George Halas, Golden Globes actress Kim Novak, former head sculptor of the Art Institute Albin Polášek, former Chicago Symphony musical director Rafael Kubelík, Grammy Award-winning songwriter Jim Peterick, Olympic and world champion Ivan Lysacek, and astronaut Jim Lovell and Eugene Cernan, and many others. Czech immigrants came to Illinois with the hope and resolve to prove then that if their and their children are given a chance to live in freedom, they would make a difference and succeed. And listening to the overview I just made, I think that they would be rightly proud of the achievements, just as we Czechs are in the Czech Republic. There is no other place on earth where Czechs would have done better than here. And I would like to thank you, thank Illinois, you and your ancestors, for the opportunities that Czechs were giving in this great state, approximately for 170 years. 2018 is a very important year for us Czechs as well, since we celebrate the centennial of the founding of Czechoslovakia, the most important anniversary in our modern national history. In 1918, Czech statehood was renewed after 300 years. Czechoslovakia would not have come into existence were it not for Czech Americans and other friends from Chicago and Illinois. Czech Americans financed the campaign for Czechoslovak independence, volunteered to join the US forces and the Czechoslovak army in France to fight in the First World War for our freedom, and together with our influential friends such as Charles Crane and University of Chicago, they helped gain US recognition of the Czechoslovak Republic and make the decisive step towards the creation of our modern statehood. The leader of the liberation movement, Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk, had many strong ties with the United States. Not at least, he married an American, Charlotte Garrigue, and also taught at the University of Chicago. In 1918, before leaving the US to assume the office of the Czechoslovak president, he stated to the US press, "Our nation will always be grateful to America for her word and sincere sympathy with our cause. We will always consider the great American Commonwealth the elder sister of our republic." Under President Masaryk's leadership, the first Czechoslovak Republic was modeled in many ways after the United States and became one of the most successful democracies in the world. President of the Czech Republic, His Excellency Miloš Zeman, will come to Illinois to express our thanks for your help, not only to our nation, not only in 1918, but also during World War II and on other occasions. He will join us for the main celebrations of the centennial, which will take place around September 28th this year, the Czech Statehood Day. The celebrations will also include the 79th Czech Moravian Day Festival, to which some of you come every year, and I hope that you will be able to join us for some of the celebrations. I would also like to invite you to come to the Czech Republic on an official visit on the occasion of the bicentennial of Illinois and also the centennial of Czechoslovakia and 25th anniversary of the Czech Republic. Your visit could become an impulse to a further strengthening of mutual relations in all areas: business and investment, culture, education and research. In all these fields, there is a lot to build upon. And please allow me to add a few words to the economic cooperation, maybe as an invitation to US companies to join you in your delegation on that official trip. Economies of Illinois and the Czech Republic have many things in common, and actually these similar structures further enhance the potential for our cooperation. After the Velvet Revolution, which brought about the fall of the communist regime in my country in 1989, the return to the West was the dearest wish of us Czechs. The integration into NATO and the European Union, which was achieved with the US support, gave us a firm anchoring in the family of democracies, brought impressive economic development to the country, which became the leading recipient of foreign direct investment in the Central and Eastern Europe. The inflow was also driven by favorable labor costs, geographical location. Just as Illinois is heart of the United States, Czech Republic is heart of Europe, and Prague is actually westwards of Austria and Vienna. Skilled labor and qualified labor force, business and production traditions, quality of life, the beauty of Prague, and more. It will be difficult to find a US company, major US company, that is not present in the Czech Republic. Many of them invested there in production facilities and founded the research and development centers. Strong sectors of the Czech economy include aerospace. GE designed and now produces its first engine outside the United States in the Czech Republic. Boeing cooperates with Czech subsonic airplanes producer Aerovodochody and other Czech partners. Manufacturing industry. Illinois Caterpillar opened high-tech remanufacturing center for gas turbines. And automotive industry. Czech Republic ranks second in the car production per capita in the world and among 15 in the absolute volumes. Energy, Czech ČEZ is the strongest company that operates in the Central and Eastern Europe. ICT, Microsoft, DHL, IBM, Skype, and others invested in the Czech Republic. Biotechnologies, Illinois Baxter, and Abbott also invested in my country. In research, long-term cooperation exists, for example, between Fermilab and the Czech Academy of Sciences, and also between Mayo Clinic and the International Center for Clinical Research in the Czech Republic. I firmly believe that your delegation would bring important support to these and many other existing projects, as well as inspire new cooperation. Before I conclude, I would like to thank you all for your continuous support and friendship to my country, and I would also like to express my great appreciation to President Carlton for his personal leadership. Please allow me to use this opportunity to thank also Mr. Ted Polášek, President of the Chicago and Czech American Communities Center, for his tireless work for strengthening relations between Illinois and the Czech Republic. Thank you for considering supporting his efforts to give our unique Czech-Illinois partnership a home in a permanent Czech American Center building. Thank you for most kindly extending this invitation and honor to me to address you today. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, very good attention.